Welcome students to this first video lecture on PDEs. I shall be discussing the various type of solutions of a PDE. Any relation between the dependent variable and the independent variables containing the same number of arbitrary constants as the number of independent variables which satisfies a given PDE involving these variables is called a complete integral of the PDE. For example, suppose we have a dependent variable z which is a function of two independent variables x and y. So z is a function of x and y, p is the partial derivative of z with respect to x, and q is the partial derivative of z with respect to y. And suppose there is a PDE f x y z p q equal to 0. So then a function capital F x y z a b, where a and b are arbitrary constants, which satisfies this differential equation, will be the complete integral of this differential equation. Now if we give some particular values to these arbitrary constants a and b subject to some given conditions, then we have a particular solution. And if we have b as a function of a, b is equal to psi a, so then this will become f x y z a psi a equal to 0. So there will be just one arbitrary constants. So then it will be a general integral. The general integral is obtained by eliminating the constant a from f equal to 0 and from the equation del f upon del a equal to 0. So we have a complete integral, we have particular integral, and we have general integral. The fourth type of solution is the singular integral. Envelope of the surface given by the complete integral. Envelope of the surface given by 2 is the complete integral, is called the singular integral of the given differential equation. So this singular integral is obtained by eliminating the arbitrary constants a and b from the equations f equal to 0, del f upon del a equal to 0, and del f upon del b equal to 0. Now I have already discussed with you the linear partial differential equations, Lagrange linear equation pp plus qq equal to r, and these can be solved with the help of Lagrange subsidiary equations. These are the Lagrange subsidiary equations, dx upon p equal to dy upon q equal to dz upon r. So this has already been done in the class. Now we shall be discussing nonlinear equations. So I start with some special type of equations. Type 1 is a PDE involving only p and q. So there is no x, no y, no z present in the equation. We have only p and q. P is del z upon del x and q is del z upon del y. So this will be an equation of the type fpq equal to 0. The complete integral of this equation is z equal to ax plus by plus c, where a and c are arbitrary constants, and the these a and b, these are connected via this equation fab equal to 0. So a and c are arbitrary, and in place of p we write a and in place of q we write b. So fab is equal to 0. So this happens because if we take z equal to ax plus by plus c, then del z upon del x, which is p, will be a and q will be b. So fab is 0. So from fab equal to 0 we can write b as a function of a. So b is equal to phi a, and hence we have z equal to ax plus phi a y plus c. So this is the complete integral of the differential equation. And then we take c as a function of a. So c is equal to psi a. So z is ax plus phi a y plus psi a. And we differentiate this with respect to a. So 0 is equal to x plus phi dash a y plus psi dash a. Now eliminate a between these two equations, between 5 and 6, and that will give you the general integral. Now for the singular integral we have to differentiate this with respect to a and c. So when we differentiate with respect to a, we get 0 is equal to x plus phi dash ay, and when we differentiate with respect to c, we get 0 is equal to 1, which is not possible. So this type of differential equation does not have a singular integral. Now an example of this type of equation is this: x square plus y square into p square plus q square is 1. Now this is not in this form, but we can reduce it to this form. So to reduce it, the obvious substitution will be x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta, so that x square plus y square is r square and tan theta is y upon x. Now by differentiating this with respect to x and y, we can see that del r upon del x is x upon r and del r upon del y is y upon r. Now x upon r is cos theta and y upon r is sin theta. Then del theta upon del x, you differentiate this with respect to x, you will have secant square theta del theta upon del x is minus y upon x square, and for secant square theta you can substitute from this, because cos theta is x upon r, so sec theta is r upon x. So we will have r square upon x square, del theta upon del x is minus y upon x square. This will lead to that del theta upon del x is minus y upon r square, which becomes minus sin theta upon r. Also del theta upon del y is x upon r square, which is cos theta upon r. Now dz, after this substitution, z will be a function of r and theta. So dz will be del z upon del r into dr plus del z upon del theta into d theta. So we put del z upon del r equal to capital P and del z upon del theta equal to capital Q. So this is pdx plus pdr plus qd theta. So this small p, which is del z upon del x, we have to differentiate this z with respect to x. So del z upon del x will be del z upon del r into del r upon del x plus del z upon del theta into del theta upon del x, and we substitute these values. So this is p cos theta minus q sin theta upon r. Similarly, this is our q, and after substitution we get small q is equal to capital P sin theta plus capital Q cos theta upon r. We substitute all this in this equation and we have r square into, this is the value of p square, this is the value of q square, equal to 1. So we have this r square into p square plus q square upon r square is 1, that is r square p square plus q square is 1. But still r is present here and r is combined with p. P is the derivative with respect to r. So whenever we have r with p, r with capital P, or we have we will make use of the exponential function. So we will put r is equal to EU. After this after this substitution, r is equal to EU, our z will be a function of u and theta. So r is equal to EU implies that dr upon du is r. So capital P, which is del z upon del r, will be del z upon del u into du upon dr, that is 1 upon r del z upon del u. So this we write as P1. So P1 equal to del z upon del u is r into capital P. So this equation now becomes P1 square plus Q square is equal to 1. P1 is the derivative of z with respect to u and Q is the derivative of z with respect to theta. So now it is of type 1. So we can use this method. The solution will be z is equal to au plus b theta plus c, where a square plus b square is 1. In place of P1 we write a and in place of q we write b. So a square plus b square is 1. This is the complete integral. From this we get b is equal to under root 1 minus a square. So z is equal to au plus under root 1 minus a square theta plus c. And then we substitute the values of u. U is log r. So this is a log r plus under root 1 minus a square tan square y upon x plus c. Then we substitute for r. R is x square plus y square. So we have this. Now we find the general integral. For the general integral we will have to put c is equal to psi a. So this will give us this, and we differentiate with respect to a. We have this. Now by eliminating a from these two equations, we will get the general integral. The second type of differential equations are those equations which involve only p, q and x, the p, q and z. So f, p, q, z is equal to 0. X and y are not present in the equation. For this type of equations, we assume a trial solution of the type z is a function of any function of x plus ay, and we put capital X equal to x plus ay, where a is an arbitrary constant. So after this substitution, z will be a function of capital X. Now p, which is equal to del z upon del x, will be dz upon dx and d capital X del capital X upon del x. So that is equal to just 1. This del x upon del x is 1. So this will be del z upon del capital X, and then q is del z upon del y. So this is dz upon d capital X into del x upon del y. This is also del. So this will be a. See, d del x upon del y is a. So this is a dz upon dx. So when we substitute here the value of p and q, we will have a function of dz upon dx, a dz upon dx, z equal to 0. So there is just one, z is the dependent variable and there is only one independent variable, capital X. So we can solve this equation and get the solution. So let us take up this example. Here we have q square y square is equal to z into z minus px. It is not of this type, so first we reduce it to this type. Because we have q with y, so we will, and q with y and p with x, so we will use the exponential functions. X is e to the power capital X and y is e to the power capital Y. This gives us dx upon dx is x and dy upon dy is y. So z becomes a function of capital X and capital Y now. So dz is del z upon del x dx plus del z upon del y dy. Del z upon del x is p, del z upon del y is q. So this is p dx plus q dy. Now this small p is del z upon del x. So that will be p and dx upon d small x. So that is 1 by x. So capital P is x into p. This part will be we will have just this part. Now y is not dependent upon x, so del y upon del x will be 0, so this will vanish. Similarly q, which is del z upon del y, now this will not give you anything because this is independent of y, but we will get from here q times and dy upon small dy is this is 1 upon y. So capital Q is yq, and we substitute these values here. So the equation becomes now q square is z into z minus p. So it is an equation involving only p, q and z. So we can use this method. We will put capital U equal to x plus ay. So p is dz upon du and q is a times dz upon du. When we substitute here, we have this equation. So this is an ordinary differential equation. From this we get the value of dz upon du as this. This can be written as lambda times z, where lambda is this. So we have dz upon z is equal to lambda times du. We integrate this, so 1 by lambda log z is u plus a constant which we write as log of b. So 1 by lambda log z is, now put the value of u, this is x plus ay plus log b. So 1 by lambda log z is, now go back to the initial variable small x and small y. So this is log x plus b times log y. plus a times log y plus log b, that makes it log of x y a b. So we have the solution z to the power 1 by lambda is x y a b, where a and b are arbitrary constants and the value of lambda is given by this equation. So I hope you have understood these two methods. So try maximum problems based on these two examples. So that's all for today.